Good morning, students. This is Mrs. Fry. I don't know about you guys, but I am super refreshed from having that nice long weekend for Easter break. So let's just get into it. We're going to be learning about composite functions today. Last week we left off just learning about operations of functions, and then I showed you a couple short problems with composite functions, but that's all we're focusing on today is the composites. Now, a function is a relationship or expression involving one or more variables. As you can see here, I've got 5 different functions written down in this box. A composite function is a function that depends on another function, okay? It's basically a function inside of a function, okay? So let's look at our first problem here, number 1, f of g of x. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the function g of x and we're going to put that inside of f of x for x. So this is what it looks like. F of, and then instead of g of x, I'm going to put 4x because that's what g of x equals. So if f of x is x plus 3, I'm going to take out, I'm going to switch this to yellow, take out the x and replace it with 4x. So the answer is 4x plus 3. Got it? Next one. A little bit different. I've got g of j of x. So we're still looking at the function g of x, but now it's on the outside. So that means I'm going to take j of x, which is x squared minus 4, and I'm going to put that in the function g of x. So it's g of x squared minus 4. And if g of x is 4x, then that means I'm going to take out this x, and I'm going to put x squared minus 4 in for x. So it'll look like this, 4 times x squared minus 4. Now for this problem, I'm going to have to use the distributive property to finish it out. 4 times x squared is 4x squared, and then 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. That's it, 4x squared minus 16. Okay, I've got the same 5 functions written down here below. I just copied and pasted them so that we could see them easily for the next 2 problems. Problem number 3, I have f of h of x. So what it's going to look like is f of, and then h of x is 2x plus 1. So if f is x plus 3, I'm going to take out the x, and that's what I'm going to replace with the 2x plus 1. You could put that in parentheses, but we don't really need them. It's just 2x plus 1 plus 3, and then combine your like terms, which are the 1 plus 3. So that's 2x plus 4. That's the answer. You can't combine anything else. And then the last example I have prepared for you guys, k of g of x. So k of g of x would look like this. K of, and then g of x is 4x. So if k, this one's kind of long, k is x squared, I'm going to have to write it down here. Actually, I can scroll over. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Now this problem has 2 x's in it, x squared and 6x. So I have to take out both of these x's and replace with the 4x. It'll look like this. 4x squared plus 6 times 4x plus 9. And then I'm going to simplify this. You know, this would be like 4 squared, which is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. And then x squared plus 6 times 4x, so that's 24x plus 9. Nothing else can combine here. We don't have any like terms. So put a box around it. That's your final answer. 16x plus 24x plus 9. All right, for your homework today, I've got the same exact 5 functions, and then 2 different composites. G of f of x, I would consider this one kind of like an easy problem. And then j of f of x, I would categorize this one as a hard problem, challenging. Okay, you're not really working unless you're challenging yourself, right? Okay, so text me those answers on Remind. If you have not been submitting the video answers, it's never too late. You can go all the way back to the videos I did 3 weeks ago and start sending me those answers to get all of your credit for these problems. You might have noticed that I entered a bunch of grades onto live grades. So you want to get the points for doing these homework problems on the videos. It's just on completion and participation. I really want this to help your grade. Everybody should be able to bring their grades up during this time. If you have any more questions, just text me on Remind. Have a great day. Bye.